Hey everyone, welcome back to a wonderful Wednesday connection where each week we will do a devotional and learn some origami. This week we will be making this fun little elephant. But before we do, I have a question for you. Have you ever watched nature shows? My family loves to watch all kinds of nature shows. Nat Geo is one of our very favorite channels. Sometimes we watch shows about how lions stalk and capture their prey. Let me warn you, it can be really graphic, but it's a part of life, I guess. You know what? Watching the way that those animals like water buffaloes or elephants respond to the threat of the predator can teach us some important biblical lessons. Don't know what I'm talking about? Well, let's think about this. Do you know what happens if a herd of elephants spot a lion in their presence? They all group together. They get in a tight circle and huddle up close because, believe it or not, there is power in numbers. No matter how big and bad lions are, they don't want to mess with a whole herd of elephants. They will always go for the animal that is away from the group. If there isn't one all by itself, then the lion works hard to get one separated from the crowd. Once they get the loner, the lion will pounce on it. And when that happens, well, that's pretty much all she wrote. Just like the elephants, if we as Christians get separated from other Christians, we open up ourselves to be easy prey for sin. We have to stay surrounded with other Christians. That's why it's so important for us to stay in fellowship with our church family. Right now, we might find it difficult to do that. This pandemic might keep us from doing things we normally do, like going to church like we normally do, or from spending time with our church family like we used to. But guess what? Just because you cannot always be around people physically doesn't mean you can't be in fellowship with them, just in different ways. Take this very video right here that you are watching. You are participating right now just by watching it. Watching Sunday school and church on Sunday mornings keeps you connected in fellowship even when we have to be apart. Just like the lone elephant, a lone Christian is more easily tempted and will have less help when we come under attack. But the good news is that when we ask Jesus to live in our hearts, we enter into a much bigger family, even bigger than our CUMC family. We become members of God's family, a huge network of people that love Jesus and you. And you know something else? The more we tell people about the big family we belong to, the better chance of growing it even bigger. So let's make our origami elephant this week to remind us that we should stick together with other Christians so we can have extra help and protection when we need it. Let's get started. Oops, I was showing you the back. Okay, boys and girls, to get started today, we are going to need a square piece of paper, but all I have is a rectangle, and that's okay. I will show you how to make it into a square piece. We are also going to need some scissors in case you don't have a square piece, and something to write with, a pen or pencil or crayon or a marker. What we're gonna do first is turn this into a square. Do you remember how to do that from last week? You just fold over the corner. Make sure to line it up down here so it's nice and straight. Okay, and then hard crease it all the way up. And then you're gonna have this extra little flap of paper up here, and that's what you're gonna cut off to make your paper into a square. So let's do that. Very good. So what you're gonna have is gonna look like this. Now, it's a good thing you already have this crease here because you need a triangle to start with. What you're gonna do is take your triangle and have the flat side up here at the top. Then you are going to take each side and fold it towards the middle. You want to get as close to the middle line as you can get. So, see our first fold? We have it like this. We are folding it up. Now we have to do the same thing to the other side. Take it and fold it up. Okay, so now you'll end up with something like this. So we started out with a triangle with the flat side up top and then folded each side to the middle. So now once we have it like this, crease it hard so it stays, we are going to turn it towards you. See the little opening? You want it towards you. And you are going to fold each of these triangles down like this to make some smaller little triangles. Okay, do you see what I did? Take this top triangle, fold it down. Now, same thing to the other side. You should have something that kind of looks like a heart. See that? So, we have gone from up here to folded down. Gives you something like a heart. Now, let's make it into an elephant. What we do now is we fold this whole piece about an inch down, fold it over like this, and crease it really hard up here so we can get it to stay down. Let's see. Okay, so we've creased it really hard and we have it like this. But now, guess what we have to do? We have to draw some eyes and a trunk and maybe some tusks and some little ear flaps to make sure that we can tell that it's an elephant. So let's do that. First, we are going to draw the eyes. Just circles, fill them in. And then we can give it some little flaps on its ears. Flaps on its ears. Maybe some little tusks on the side. And last but not least, let us do some little lines for the nose. So, there you have it. One pink elephant. It's so much fun because you can do this in whatever color you have available to you. Thank you so much for joining us this week. I hope you come back next week when we learn more origami and more Bible stories. We'll see you then.